How's it going, everyone? Yep. We have a Seville. The turntable itself is BSR, and on the front of the unit it says Seville. The book is a Seville model number 5615. We did get the book with it. I guess operating instructions, big 2 pages. 1, 2. But yeah, model number 5615. Now I don't know if the unit itself is a Seville and the turntable is a BSR, which is a pretty shitty receiver. I think that's what that stands for. But I normally do not buy these all-in-ones. But there's 2 reasons why I bought this one for us to go over and see if we can't get it going. One, this is the very first stereo I ever owned, was a Seville with the BSR turntable. Now if I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry, somebody will correct me. If not, that's what we're gonna go with. Second reason I bought this one, 8-track. Figured we haven't done an 8-track. I haven't seen any component 8-tracks. Just this stereo, and I have a portable that'll be coming up shortly too. So I'm starting to find a few 8-tracks. Why I want to do an 8-track is because we haven't done any 8-track players on the channel, and I want to see if we can't get one to work, because I have a potload of 8-tracks that I could go through a few of them and keep maybe 1 or 2 of them with some good tunes on it, and the rest of them I'll see if I can sell them. They were cheap enough, so what the hell if they don't sell. You got it. Dumpster food. So what we're going to do with this guy is see if we can't get it going. I haven't plugged it in. I have not done a thing with this thing except bring it home and set it on the floor, and it's been sitting on the floor for about 2 weeks now. So I figured it's about time for us to get into it and see if we can't get it going. Yeah, it does have the turntable, and it comes special with a record. And ooh, that's not good. The special record that is on it is Christmas Madrigals. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, that's a definite no. We didn't get the 45 adapter with this, but this is one of the ones you can put a stack of albums up on it, and it'll play one album, go back, drop another, and it'll play that one, go back and drop another. You get the hint. But let's see, that hasn't returned all the way. And it's got some tape on the tone arm. Who knows what that's for? Probably had, yeah, it looks like there was 2 or 3 pennies up on there to hold that down so it would play. So we'll see if we can't do something about that. Hopefully. Most of these do not have an adjustment on them to adjust the weight. There are some regular weights that you can buy, but this one, don't know. We will find out when we get into it and see what we have to do to it to get it to work. It's filthy. I mean, really. You can see that's where the witness mark, that's where the manual set for at least maybe a week. But it's a AM FM MPX receiver with 8-track stereo player and automatic record changer. Didn't get the speakers though. So we'll have to come up with some speakers to test this. This has regular RCA jacks in the back. And all of my speakers I have are clip-in, snap-in, not snap-in, but ones with the little clips on. You push in, put your wire in, you know, whatever. This has RCA jacks, so we'll have to rig up something so we can get some speakers on this and see if we can, and so we can test it out once we do a few things beforehand. So I am going to get you situated in a good spot where you can actually see what the hell I am doing. I've noticed that I've been kind of, my hands get in the way quite often, and I really enjoy showing you stuff like that. So I'm going to work on trying to get a little better at keeping out of the way so you can actually see what the hell I'm doing, and when I'm showing you something, actually show you what I'm looking at. So let's get situated here, and we'll get into this and see what we can do to get this going. Yeah, we do know we got to clean that cover, that's for sure. Put that up there. Okay, now on these, if I'm not mistaken, oh, we're going to take it apart first before we plug it in. If I'm not mistaken, these, the screws on these, there's 2 screws. These are kind of spring loaded, so they bounce around real nice. And if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong here, these are, a lot of times are for transporting as well. See, if you screw them up all the way, it'll mount the turntable tight up against the housing. That way, when you're traveling, you know, like if you're moving or something like that, it's not bouncing around and you know, and ruining or doing something to them. Now they're pretty much the same as our jukeboxes. Our jukeboxes have the same setup, and I have to figure out how these come up off of here. Okay, that back one, yep, same thing. I thought so. But this, and it's just a through hole back there. The front kind of has a notch where you could give me my fingers, where you could twist it a little bit and it would come up out of there. Yeah, I know there's somebody out there who's probably watching me fumble with this, and they know exactly how they come up out of there. But we need to get under it and see. This has a clip, an E-clip, and this thing God, barely turns. Oh, here we go. Precision crafted in Great Britain by BSR is on the platter. That's pretty neat. Okay, now I still got to figure out how the hell. Now, I think if we take this back panel off, we can get to that one. Boy, those are dinky little screws. And unhook it. Get a tray. We can unhook that one and then pull it forward. What do you think? Okay. You're doing this with me. I want some help. Probably a guy in the back there is just smiling, saying, "Yep, he'll figure it out. He'll figure it out on his own. I'm not helping him." And there's that other guy that's yelling what I have to do. But like I said, I normally don't buy the all-in-ones. They just, you know, really, they don't interest me. The only reason this one interested me is because this is my first stereo. Okay. Now there's a clip on this one. If I can get it off, I'll show you. Because you're not going to be able to see squat in there either. It's one of them funky clips. Come on. I don't want to break it. I need a bigger screwdriver, or maybe in this case a BFH. We could get that open real easy. Come on. There it is. Let me get this up out of here and I'll show you. So you have your bolt that runs down through, and you have this little clip that clips on, and this little nubbin goes right inside here, like so. And then when you turn it, it just gets a hold of that and lowers it down. If you take that clip off, and then you can pull it all the way out. And the one in the front, like I said, there's a, there we go. Hey there. You can see the slot where this one slides in there. You take that back one off and then you can get this out. Okay, let's go with red and black. Remember that. Red up top. And we can remove that plug. And we have our turntable. What I would like to do is to see if I can I'd like to hook that on there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. keep some of the weight off of it. Okay, I think this is a direct drive maybe? Oh no, I think it's one of those pinch roller types where the motor turns a pinch roller and it turns the platter, again, like our jukeboxes. They're kind of the same way. Now if we could figure out how to move this thing. Okay, I know I'm going through quite a lot just to get an old piece of crap stereo going, but yeah, really it's not a piece of crap. It's just old. Okay, I'm gonna look at this a little bit better and see our tag's still out. Made in Great Britain. It's kind of interesting. A little red tag there. Made in Great Britain. So definitely we need to clean this up. Grease on it is not terrible. No, in fact, most of this we might be able to, might just need to reapply some lube and alright, I did go take a look and do a little homework. I couldn't find this one online. Well, I did find one. It's on eBay for parts for $199, which yeah. But and then there was one on there. I did find one online with the cassette player in it, same thing, only it doesn't have the BSR turntable. Same Seville, model 7762, I think it is what it was. That one was 7 of 80. This one has a little sticker on it, 2979. So I'm wondering if this is the 29th week of 1979. I don't know if they were still, making 8-track players in 79. I don't know. But I think what we're going to do here, and what we should do next, is see if we can't get that platter off of there and take a look at the, it should be, yeah, that's an E-clip, and take a look at the drive wheel. Well, that worked. That just hit the wall on the other side of the garage. Hope I have another E-clip, because that one is lost. You know, we're not doing a restoration or anything on this one. I mainly, like I said, I wanted to get this going. for the 8-track player. Where you at? There we are. Let's put you down a little bit. See if we can get this up off of here. That does not. It's starting to come up. I think it was just, yeah. I think it was just so gummy. Man. Yeah, we did get our, didn't go all the way down. See, here's our, this is the pinch wheel. Your motor is right here. Let me, there we go. This is the motor right here, and what it does is it pushes up against this little pinch wheel and runs on the inside of your, runs on the inside here and drives your turntable, your platter. Now what happens with these is this little wheel will end up getting wore down, and it'll slow it down. Slow down the speed, pitch. Boy, is that stiff. It's about as stiff as and of course aluminum on steel is never good. There, and then back the other way should pick it up. Send it back and then set it down. Stop. And see, when you push start, your little wheel, pinch wheel, will move over against your... Boy, that's awful. Probably supposed to be like that, so it'll... so it can adjust itself. But it doesn't want to, it'll return. But it won't set it down. Alright, let's see what else we can get into. We need to, like I said, most of this, that's pretty good. Turning the turntable, the platter, shouldn't that move away, or... You know, that thing has to drive that. And that sucker's tight. Let me study this a little bit and see if I can't figure this little guy out and find out why that would be so stiff all the time and why that would be up against the platter all the time. It shouldn't be. I don't think. I mean, when you're... Because it would... If it was up against the turntable, up against the platter all the time, the platter has the gear on the bottom right there. That would mean that when the platter's turning, it's constantly turning this, and it can't be, because then your needle, your arm would just keep going back and forth. It's got to be when it sets it down, something releases in here, and it... So that, okay, well then that makes sense. Let's go over. Okay, now it would set it down, but then, aha. There's a, let me get you, there's a blank spot on this right here where there's no gears, no teeth. So when it comes around to there, it sets the needle down, stops, and then the platter can spin freely without turning this gear. Ah, got it. Cool. And the more I play with this, the better it gets anyway. That's for sure. It just doesn't want to... Alright, I still need to look at this a little bit more. I got to figure out why our tone arm, when it comes back, doesn't want to set down. Alright, so here's what I did. Was I just I started turning that one gear down below under the platter, and just kind of kept working it, and it's pretty freed up now. The only thing it doesn't do, oh well duh, it'll keep repeating itself unless that arm's down. Okay, off. Now it should shut off. There you go. Yeah, and see, now the tone arm is all the way down where it belongs. I think we can get rid of that. And we can clamp it. Clamp it! We can Jed clamp it. Let's see, now I need to... I'm going to take the platter back off, and I'm going to lube up a few areas here. And I don't think you've seen me lube stuff before. I'm just going to put a little more, just kind of add to it. I already did the underside, so yeah, I'm going to put it on that rubber wheel, huh? I just want to make sure that the platter spins freely. That's better. Okay, now Now we got to find a... We need to find a... Oops. That's an E-clip. That's set on 45. Auto. Let's put that down. Goes over. And shuts off. Okay. Good. Good shape there. Let me go find an E-clip. And we'll get another E-clip on that. And then we need to take a look at our 8-track and see how it looks. Okay, you would think that our 8-track here would have a belt on it somewhere, and I'm willing to bet that it's underneath, under the 8-track itself. And the only way to get to it is to pull the guts. Pull the guts out of the box. And I think we can do that by taking out all those two, those three, those two. I'm thinking that 1 foot's probably going to hold the guts in too, and then we have to take those two out for the cord. And then we can tuck this guy inside and slide everything right out the front, and we can get at the bottom of the 8-track and see if we have a belt, or we can also see if we need to oil some stuff up and clean it up, because that's the big thing I want working on this is the 8-track. Yes, I want the turntable to work, and you know, we have some other stuff to do. So let's pull everything out of the cabinet. That way we can get at the rest of it and see what we need to do to get her going. Okay, so that's all that's in that big old box. And that's there's our big stereo. Yeah. Oop. What we got? Oh, some shiny shielding. Right there. This is there's your radio and amplifier. Now stay over there. The radio and your amplifier is all in there. Your caps. Yeah, I'm sure it could. Yeah, that one feels. Yeah, it might be a little poofy. You know, yeah, same with that one. Might be a little poofy. I mean, you figure, you know, even if this is, you know, 78, 79, what are we looking at? 54 years old? In that vicinity, right? 54? No, 44. 80 to 2000, yeah, it'd be like 42, 44 years old, somewhere in that area. Okay, let's flip this over and see what we look like underneath on our 8-track. all we have is one big flat belt. You can tell it's been in one position for a day or two. But it had. Here we are. April 7th, 1979. Found a date. Yep. Let's see, how tight. Really, it's not too bad. I don't think I have a short enough flat belt. I think all my flats are pretty stinking long. Guess what I found? Voila! Got lucky again. That's all that's under it is the belt, and you can kind of see what you have to go through to, you know, if you change a belt. Now let's carefully get him back over. A bunch of this untangled. There we go. Okay, that's what pulls the, this guy right here, that's what pulls the tape through and across the head. In fact, let me well, that one's pretty tight. It's not all floppy and wore out like a lot of those are. Cool. We may just have a winner here. Let's see, and looks like this is a Lisonic, 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 made in Taiwan, REP of China. What would REP be? Representative of China? Okay. If you say so. I'll buy that. Alright. So now, since we are this close, doesn't really look like there's a whole lot. Looks like somebody else has been in here, because that's a bread twisty. I don't think I don't think that's factory bread twisty. But what do you want to do? What do you think? You know what I'd like to? I'd like to see if it works. How about I rig up a set of speakers and we see if this thing works. What do you think? Sound like a plan? Okay, I have these little adapters. It's an RCA jack and has those little crimp dudes. You just push down on the button and stuff your wire in it. There we go. Let's see, is it off? Yep. Okay, well, what are we on here? AM, oh, tape. Let's go with FM. Okay, radio works. Now this is what I really am interested in. Alright, let me play around. Well, let's see. I think I can hang with you here for a minute. Looks like our LED are one of, let's see if any of them. Okay, our program selector doesn't work. But it plays. Okay, that, yeah. And we won't know about our turntable until we decide to put it all back together. I'm going to play the 8-track for a little bit. I got the Who. Face Dance is what I'm going to be listening to, and I'm going to let that play through and see if it actually changes tracks. I don't know what. I have to take a look and see what's going on. I think it might be this little. That has one of those little contact switches, but yep. Let me play it for a little while and we'll see what happens. I'll bring you back. Yeah, she plays along really good. It changes tracks on its own, but it will not change tracks by the button. And I'm looking at this. I'll show you what I'm looking at. You can see right there. See that little red? That little red guy right there? There's a kind of a leaf switch on the back side of that. And I'm thinking that maybe it's dirty. let me get in there and clean that and see if we can get this thing to start changing tracks on its own. Of course, I will shut it off when I get it. I don't think I can get in there with you in one hand. And so let me get that cleaned up. Yeah, I think I figured out the problem. See, this is, I don't know how well, okay. See how it's looped? This is actually part of the switch that should be something like that, and then it should be pushed in, and when you push in the button it should make contact. But I think I'm a little like I said, I know somebody else has already been in here. I don't think you normally have bread twisties. Alright, let's give that a try. Ooh, lights lit up too. Nothing on one. There's one. Two. Yeah, I need to adjust that a little bit more so it's not quite so touchy. Let's open that up a little bit more. Okay, whatever turns the lights on, that is in there. 2, 3, no 4. Okay, it's kind of like they'll show up, I think. The more we play with it and use it. Okay, okay, it's that guy right down there. And see, it just moves this up and down on, just moves this guy up and down on the head on the tape. And each track is, there's 4 layers. It'd be like your first, second, third, and fourth track at the top. So it just kind of walks up the tape, and each track is on that tape. And yeah, see, now 4 is on. Now it's off. Alright, we know it works. And I am going to clean up a little bit of this. I need to see what I have to do to get that put back on the way it belongs. But I'm going to clean the box up before we even get started reassembling. But I think we're in pretty good shape now, at least I know. That the 8-track does work, and it works good. Okay, before we get her all put back together, I want to see if we can't get our front lights to work.